Hi, it's Bill Cohen for Straight Circle Martial Arts, and this is Mass Shift for Massive Power. One of the biggest problems I find with people who hit is they don't understand how to use mass. When you hit, your hand and your center of mass should kind of hit at the same time, so everything blows through at once. If your mass is behind, or if your mass is ahead of your hand when you hit, then you've lost power. So if I have the center of my mass, which is right here, I'll give you a baseball example. It really works well. If you watch a batter when he swings, what happens is when he swings, that center of mass has to make contact with the ball right when the ball is here. If that guy is ahead, I want you to watch this. If I drag my mass through here, when I make contact, I've wasted all of this mass when I hit the object. Punching is the exact same way. If you want to hit somebody, ideally when you make contact, you want your mass and your hand to be centered together. If you get ahead of yourself with your mass and then hit, you've wasted and leaked all that energy. So it's critically important when you do this that when you hit, you have to experiment with how to get your hand in the same position as your mass. The biggest problem I find with this, and I used to learn this when I was teaching pitching, is people talk about arm drag. So what they would do is they would throw, and they would throw their hands so far back that when they threw, like they've already expended their energy by the time they threw the ball. It's the same thing with punching. You don't want arm drag. If I throw my body and I reach way back, or I come like this, by the time I get the hand around, my center has already come through, and you've wasted it. The other thing people don't understand about mass is they hit in a circle. I use this once in a while, friction fire, right? You ever seen a guy make a fire like this where the stick just spins and it doesn't go anywhere? Well, that's what most people punch like. So what they do is they go like this, and they rotate around their center, like this. But they don't actually move their mass to where they're going. So my mass shouldn't stay there in the center. My mass should move. Everywhere I move, I should take this, and this mass should move with me. And my hand should make contact just when my mass is blowing through. If I go mass, then contact, there's nothing. So it's very important that you shift your weight and move your mass with your hand. What happens, like I said, is most people, they go like this, and they get excited, and they go like this, and they throw, and then they hit, and everything's behind them. What's important when you first learn to punch is not how hard you hit. It's about getting your mechanics correct. If you were going to take a golf swing, I would hope on the first day you were there, you wouldn't start swinging and hoping to hit it as hard as you can. You would practice for a long time until you were comfortable with it. The trick to this is you want to get your hand to the position to where it hits in your center. So every time I make contact, I should be right to where my center can blow through this. No matter what the angle, no matter how you come in, your hand should land with your mass. So how you practice this is start slow. Go like this, place your hand, feel how just as you touch, your weight wants to transfer through. Sometimes it's really good to do this on a body. You'll just take it like this, and what you want to do is leave your hand there, bring your mass back, and then bring your mass forward. That way you can feel when it lines up. I've taken karate for 30 years. Karate's one of the worst at this, because what we do a lot of times is we teach people to go like this, and we go like this. The problem with that is it's such a long ways back to here that if this guy steps to me, by the time I get out, I've lost my mass. So it's critically important, especially if you do traditional martial arts, that you learn to shorten those hands up. So if he does step, I can get myself out right in my center of mass. So start slow with it. Always practice slow to start. Get the idea of where my hand belongs and how my weight transfers. You got to do this when you're stepping too. understand. You can't just do it stationary. Fights aren't stationary, you move around. You have to be able to do this and do that. I mean, how many people have you sparred with over the years who don't hit you hard? And the reason they don't hit hard is when they're in movement, like they start flinging and like their hands are all over the place and they don't have good alignment. So start feeling the mass, the shift, the center, try different angles, ups, downs, arounds, it doesn't matter, even backs, right? See how it lines up with the mass, make sure it shifts, make sure everything is in the center of your body. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, ask questions, add comments. Thank you guys for everything you do for this channel.